It's the media chat room where the celebrity headlines are talking. And here's a Diddy news alert. Another lawsuit has been filed against P. Diddy from a lady named April Lampros. They knew each other in the 90s and started casually dating. Now, within the lawsuit, you really don't know the definition of their relationship. And based on the way the law complaint was written, it sounds like she was basically a side chick that he actually made feel special by inviting her to different events that was happening with Bad Boy and or personally. Now, when they first met, he was supposed to be mentoring her because she had a desire to be in the fashion and music industry. However, this ninja could not just keep it professional. And because they were talking to each other on a personal note, he told her that she could not tell anyone about their relationship simply because of her race, which she was Caucasian. Now, throughout the complaint, she lists 4 incidents that occurred. 3 of the incidents were actual assault, and the 4th was an attempt to actual assault. She makes it clear that his behavior throughout their relationship was very possessive and aggressive. And she mainly forgave him multiple times because of the connection and opportunity she was trying to get within the industry. Now, Diddy is already in some hot water, so this added lawsuit has not created much of an outrage with the people against Diddy. But April Lampros is a different story. Unlike many of the other accusers' lawsuits, April details an encounter that she had with Diddy as well as Kim Porter, who is the deceased ex-girlfriend of Diddy. Due to the sensitivity surrounding Kim Porter's death, many feel that she should have left Kim's name out of the lawsuit, especially because she's not here to defend herself. So let's go ahead and get into the lawsuit as well as the allegations that were made. But first, I'm going to need you to like and share this video with everyone that you know. Then subscribe to the channel so that you can become an official Chatty Patty lover. And I promise, you're going to love it here. And last but not least, turn on your notification bell so that you know when we drop our next video or go live. So the first allegation made was when she was rugged at the bar by Diddy. Now, ordinarily, she was not a drinker. However, he did pressure her to consume some alcohol. They ended up going to a hotel and he forced himself upon her. He started off forcefully kissing her, then removing her clothes. But due to whatever she consumed, she was powerless and could not remove him off top of her. She woke up the next morning sore and naked. They didn't talk for months, but when they did, she forgave him because she was interested in potential business opportunities that he was presenting. Throughout the next several months, they had positive interaction as she became an intern at Arista Record, which was the parent company over Bad Boy Records. Then came about the second incident. This happened one night while they were on their way to dinner and he was inebriated. He pulled inside of a garage and made her give him fellatio, forcefully pulling her hair and making her continue beyond her will. April says a security guard was inside the parking garage, however, he did not intervene. Now, this was the time that she was ready to distance herself from him. He tried to get her back by sending gifts, but she rejected him, which made him angry. He made harmful threats, making her feel if she did not comply, he would blackball her from the industry. This next incident happened in 1996, and here's where Kim Porter jumps into the chat. He ordered her to come to his Manhattan apartment, and when she arrived there, Kim Porter was there along with another woman. He made them take alcohol and ecstasy, and I don't use the word made lightly, because according to the complaint, he physically checked to make sure that they digested it. And that's when he made them get it on like Donkey Kong. Although she opposed to that action, he reminded her that she didn't have a choice, and if she didn't, her job would be at risk. So while April and Kim physically got it on, he masturbated. Shortly thereafter, he threw Kim aside and started to grape April. And although she distanced herself from him again, he would still invite her to parties, which had industry connections to keep her attached to him. One of the parties she was invited to specifically was a birthday celebration of Kim Porter, which took place late 1997. And sometime during 1998, Kim Porter had her fired from her job. At the time, she was working at a bar called Sliver, and she believed Kim was trying to retaliate against her due to Diddy making them have actual encounters with each other. So in order to get April fired, Kim said April was trying to poison her. And if the establishment refused to fire April, she would tell her boyfriend Diddy, who would then have the business shut down. Now, she confronted Diddy about this, but of course he didn't take it seriously and laughed. That was the final straw for her, and she ended their relationship. After that incident, they didn't speak or see each other until 2000-2001, when they ran into each other at the Rockefeller Center. And by this time, he was doing reality TV. When he saw her, he said that he missed her and wanted them to leave the event together, but she refused and said no. However, he continued to call and beg her, so she ended up giving him the address to her apartment. When he came over, he apologized for his previous behavior and eventually trying to have sex with her. She refused, and then he became forceful, again kissing and touching against her will. However, she was able to fight back and get him off, and she was able to call his security, who was outside near the door. Now, what I found a little interesting is at the end of her complaint, she says in 2003, while out with a guy she was dating, Another guy approached him saying that he should not be involved with her because in the summer of 1997, he saw a video of her and Diddy having sex together. And apparently, he recorded their session without her knowledge. Now, although this incident is older because it occurred in the mid-90s, they're using the Gender Motivated Violence Act, which is a New York law allowing victims to hold their predators accountable for any violent crime committed against them as it relates to gender. This crime also covers sexual crime. Now, Chatty Patty, I don't even know where to start. But let me first start off by saying a lot of the allegations that were stated in this lawsuit were also stated in the previous lawsuits that were filed against Diddy. And with that video of Diddy attacking Cassie in the hotel, 9 times out of 10, he's going to be looked at as guilty, regardless of the facts. Now, what I find interesting is Tyrone chose to redact some of the people names mentioned in this lawsuit. The first name that was redacted was the person who met them at the bar during incident 1. The other person redacted was the person who informed her of this tape that he saw of her in 1997. However, they did choose to use Kim Porter's name. Now, this could be a legal strategy used to garner the attention of the public, to which Tyrone has been notorious for doing, because many people assume, and some have confirmed, that Kim was abused by Diddy. Many knew it to be physical. However, now this adds another layer, sexual, which can then confirm some of the recent statements made by a lady named Cola Booth, who alleges to be a friend of Kim Porter, who just stated last week that Diddy used to make her lick Cassie's tampon, and Diddy used to kick Kim out of the bed for Cassie, which was a tactic he used to pit women against each other. Are you picking up what I'm putting down, Chatty Patty? And although her and Kim may be victim of actual crimes committed by Diddy, Kim also caused her pain and suffering because she was able to call and get her fired from her job due to actions requested by Diddy. Now let's circle back and talk about this X tape that someone saw. We know there's a rumor going around saying that the feds took a lot of tapes that was in Diddy's house. A lot of them possibly being X tapes, or now they're called FO tapes. Well, one would have to wonder, what type of video could she be in with Diddy that someone could remember her specific face 26 years later, especially if she's not considered a public figure or someone with a recognizable name? So now I'm thinking this was mentioned to the court for more than one reason. If the video still exists and someone sees it, it could be a time when she was having consensual sex with him. Therefore, she does not want to get those times misconstrued when she didn't want to have consensual sex with him. Although it looks like they've only had sex unconsensually throughout this lawsuit. The other is to show that she's a victim of being recorded while not knowing, just like Joy Dickerson Neal, who alleged Diddy had secretly recorded her, and she was told by Devontae Swing, who is a member of Jodeci. Now, because these lawsuits were filed and never settled, Diddy and his legal team will have to respond. So make sure that you're tuning in so that you can hear what we have to report, analyzing information based off of what is being reported. Now, Chatty Patty, it's time to hop in those comments. Let me know what you think about this lawsuit. Do you think that Diddy will be found guilty? Or could this be a disgruntled opportunist? Do you believe all the statements that are being alleged in this lawsuit? And what do you think of her mentioning Kim Porter in this lawsuit? Could it be a legal strategy, or could it be her exposing the truth on the dead? Definitely let me know what you're thinking, because I'm definitely getting in those comments. And before you go, make sure that you like and share this video with everyone that you know. Then subscribe to the channel so that you can become an official Chatty Patty lover, and I promise you're going to love it here. And last but not least, turn on your notification bell so that you know when we drop our next video or go live. Now, Chatty Patties, you already know how I do it. First, I'm heading to the comments to see what you had to say. Then it's back to scrubbing the headline so that I can bring you another video. So that's going to be all for now. And until next time, bye-bye.